Hey guys, Russian Rider here, and this is my FZ-07 exhaust installation guide where we're going to take off this heavy, ugly, scooter sounding like exhaust and we're going to replace it with something that's going to be much better. Now the aftermarket exhausts typically look better, they sound better, and they might even give you some performance gains as well. Now I am using a Yoshimura exhaust system. This thing is a very good value for the money. I really like how it sounds, and I'll have a link to it in the description where you guys can check it out on Revzilla, where you guys will get free shipping and a good value. Now looking inside the box, you see all this packing foam material, which is kind of a pain to remove, but it's something that's going to guarantee you that your exhaust parts are going to come in one piece, not bent, not damaged, so you won't have to be doing any exchanges, returns, anything like that. So I just went ahead and put all the foam back in there, and all the parts come in double wrapped packaging, which is nice, so none of this foam is going to touch your exhaust part. So here we have the can, and here we have the header with your accessories in there as well. So let's go ahead and remove all those bags and do a quick cleanup. Make sure your significant other is happy after you just spent a bunch of money on the exhaust system. So here you guys see the header and the can, as well as the silencer that comes with the exhaust and some accessories that you're going to need to mount this exhaust. Here is what I used to install my exhaust: some rubbing alcohol, some gloves, Allen wrenches, both 4.5 and 6mm, some standard wrenches in a 10mm, a 12, a 13, and a 17, a 10mm socket, a 12mm socket wrench with an extension, some tape, and if you have a torque wrench, you're going to use that as well. Now it looks like the radiator is blocking the header, but it's not. You have perfect access just underneath. So you guys see one side there and the other side. It's very easy to get to. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to untighten the bolts. I'm not removing them completely, just getting them loose to give a little bit of slack in the exhaust. Give me a little bit of room there while I'm going to be working on the back end. So next you want to remove the foot peg assembly. This is where your brake and your footrest is, and we need this out of the way to access the exhaust hanger that you guys see there. Now I'm gonna go ahead and unscrew this. I'm not taking it out yet. I'm gonna go ahead and unscrew and remove the one on the other side, which you have to kind of go underneath the chain there, pull that one out. And then next, I'm just going to go ahead and unscrew the oxygen sensor. It uses a 17mm wrench there to remove that. And I'm just going to unscrew it and get that out of the way. And next, you want to unscrew the bolts and just lower down the header. And you can pull out the bolt from the other side and just completely remove the exhaust. So there you go. Congratulations. We're done with the first part. Now you want to unscrew this side of the actual hanger that's used there. Get that out of the way because we're going to need that spot. And this is what your exhaust looks like. It's just big and bulky, and it's going to be replaced with this beautiful exhaust that you guys see here. Now, just a little quick clip of me putting together the hanger there. You have a little rubber insert you have to put in. And here's just a couple bolts showing you guys an example of how they're going to be inserted with the washers there on the other side of it. And here's the other hardware. This just slips right into that rubber gasket, and this is where your exhaust is going to screw into, and a quick shot of everything, how it comes together, just so you see ahead of time. Now this is where I'm going to put some gloves on. I'm going to try to minimize the actual fingerprints and stuff like that that's going to be touching the exhaust and the header. So you want to put on the little gasket that's going to go onto your hanger, and I'm just going to slip that on there. So next I'm going to take the hanger accessory right there. I'm just going to screw it on. You don't want to bolt this down all the way. Just get it so it has a little bit of wiggle room, but it's still tight there. Next I'm going to slip on the header. You guys see I pulled a can off of there, so you want to make sure it's separated to give you more kind of flexibility while you're installing the bolt there. And once again, I'm not tightening this down all the way, just getting it put on there so it holds the header. Next I'm just going to go ahead and now slip on the can onto the header. And this is where it gets a little bit trickier. It's going to take you guys quite a bit of time and multiple tries to install and tighten down the hanger you guys see right there. So just take your time, have some patience, be easy. The bolt's probably going to fall out. You're going to have to put it back on. But as you guys see here, I'm just putting it up and putting the bolt through, putting the little washer in there and tightening it down. So once you have it kind of set up and hanging there, then you're gonna have to kind of go underneath and tighten it down all the way. Now I'm gonna go ahead and tighten down the actual exhaust header. I'm not using a torque wrench, I just tightened it up about as tight as the stock one was, but if you have a torque wrench, it's about 14 foot-pounds of torque is what you need there. Go ahead and tighten down the hanger there. Next, I'm just going to spin this oxygen sensor cable the opposite way, put some tension in it that way, because when I'm going to screw it in, it's going to undo that and give us a straight cable. So if you have some anti-seize, you can put that on there and just clip the wire back in the little supplied holders. Now, one of the last steps is install your brake and your footrest assembly there. Make sure it's nice and tight and doesn't have any extra wobble, so everything's working well. So last step, I'm going to take a rag, put some of that rubbing alcohol and wipe down any grease, fingerprints, anything else, because once the exhaust heats up, it's going to cure all that on there. So you want it nice and shiny and clean. So that's it, guys. That's about the whole setup. Hopefully that was nice and easy for you. Let's take a quick listen to the sound before and after. So I think that was definitely worth the time, the energy, the effort, and the money. I think the FZ-07 definitely deserves to have an aftermarket exhaust to really make it sound a lot nicer, make it just look better. It's just a huge improvement in every way. So if you guys have not yet subscribed to my channel, definitely hit that subscribe button. I have a lot of other content, some other review videos, and I also have that side-by-side comparison of the stock versus the aftermarket FZ-07 exhaust. So definitely check out that video, give it a listen, and let me know what you guys think about this video. Hopefully it was nice and clear, easy to understand like I already mentioned. So let me know what you guys think in the description, and I will catch you in the next video.